So let's back up.
I did archery in gym for what it's worth in high school.
Okay, so let's back up now with this and let's listen to what Vivek says again. Hold on.
Planes that have been denied funding because Department of Education funding, so long as they have killed their own failures. What happens with today's Department of Education? They effectively say you don't get that funding unless you adopt certain goals deemed at achieving racial or gender equity goals. And in fact, they also intervene in the curriculum where there's evidence of schools in the Midwest or in the Great Plains that have been denied funding because Department of Education funding, so long as they have certain subjects like archery. There was one instance of a school that had archery in its curriculum. I find that to be pretty interesting, actually. I think that.
So his presentation on here, the way that I'm hearing him present this, and unfortunately, I guess it's one of the reasons why I have to read so much today. Just hearing his summary here, I would never trust this guy to tell me a single true fact in the history of all of anything he would ever talk about. I wouldn't trust anything he says. The fact that he's not mentioning that this was a recent law passed by Congress that dictated in the law that funds can't go to things that enable students to train with weapons. The fact that this wasn't just a random rule that came from the from the executive, but it came after a new law was passed by Congress, and that Congress even passed another law to change it. He makes it sound like, right, the takeaway here is that, like, wow, the Department of Education is just telling kids they can't even learn archery for no reason. That's evil and horrible. This is like just totally whatever. But sorry, we'll keep going. 2.5 minutes.
That I think you have different kinds of physical education. This is one that combines mental focus with physical aptitude. But hey, maybe I'm biased. Doesn't matter whether you like archery or not. I don't think it's the federal government's job to withhold funding from a school because they include something in their curriculum that the federal government deems inappropriate.
So the federal government didn't deem it inappropriate. The Congress did. I don't know if he doesn't know how the three branches of government work. I don't know if he's completely and totally ignorant on every function of the government. A lot of conservatives seem to not understand how any of the branches of government work. The federal government, the